A mage dueling game with hexes almost sells itself, but you can only awkwardly stare at those beautiful six-sided polygons for so long. Welcome to Black Rose Wars in 5 minutes or less. As players, you are mages of the Black Rose Order, who aspire to become the new Supreme Magister, with the goal of acquiring the mighty power of forgotten magic and the Black Rose artifact. What first and foremost drives the game is the action queuing that will see you traversing the modular board in a battle royale setting and getting your spell slinging on. Each player will pick an avatar with a starting school of magic, and every turn you'll pick from one of the 6 different decks, plus the forbidden spells that you can access later that supplement your hand and deck. You'll then decide before anyone does their thing in what order you'll be casting spells and what of the 2 choices for each you'll pick for the turn ahead. When it's your turn at bat, you'll intersperse physical actions, aka moving spaces and activating the actions of the room you're in with punch in face, but also slinging magic in the sequence you ordered them during the preparation phase. Of course, it's all about the spells. Some inflict damage, others will see you summon minions to aid you or lay traps that activate when a triggering condition is met. You've also got protection wards that come to the rescue when you become the target, and a handful of other ancillary benefits that tie in with the game's outlying mechanisms. There's also events that are drawn each turn representing the Black Rose itself that have immediate and or delayed effects. Rooms suffer instability and when destroyed translate into power points for those who did the most damage. Then you've got the phases of the game that will see the quest and event decks transition to the next level. But the game is really just about beating 10 bells out of everything until someone triggers endgame scoring, and then points mean prizes. Okay, so the arena itself is one of the high points. It's modular, and that matters because the rooms have their own special abilities. And so jockeying for position adds a real layer of strategy. Ensuring you plan as best you can and sequencing your spells in an optimal order is a real treat. And when you do activate, adapting to what's already happened gives you the opportunity to identify the most efficient play. The feeling of achievement when you truly maximise your turn is a definite check in the win column. At 3 players and up especially, there's a real cutthroat feel to the game. You think I'm going to let you gobble up that many points in one fell swoop? Jog on, mate. Take that with whatever trap or conjuration you've queued up. And the sweet sense of a job well done. A word as well for the production, and I don't mean in the sense that there's a lot in the box and it's well made. It's more that they've at least thought of everything. It feels like a very well-rounded package. Having multiple decks for different phases and schools of magic is emblematic of the completeness of the game, and in most instances how it results in thematic immersion with the environment. But that completeness doesn't always come without awkward moments. There can be too much choice in the spell decks, and then add to that the multiple choices on each card, and it's a lot to take in. Over time, this sort of thing will become less of an obstacle, but suffice to say its complexity isn't really rules driven, but comes from the need to absorb all of your available options. Some of the presentation and card text leaves a little bit to be desired. It's clear what they were going for and it's stylistically appropriate, but the font choices can easily see you misreading text, and the spells are going to conjure up all sorts of rules confusions and clarifications that will see you poring over the supplementary Codex Arcanum more than you wish you had to. If you're looking for similar games, then Wizwar and Mage Wars Arena can be used as a point of reference. As for Black Rose Wars though, there's all sorts of goodness going on here, so long as you're willing to put in the time and effort. Alas, I've been the voice of Benji, and this video has ended. I'm genuinely dumbfounded as to how so much conflict can be derived from a simple flower.